it's been a while since I posted a video on my YouTube channel, and for today, I will going to make a vlog that simply discuss about the nutrient cycle and the impact of human activities in the nutrient cycle. So without further ado, let's begin to learn. Earlier that our topic is all about the nutrient cycle. So first, let's know or discuss about what is nutrients. We all know that nutrients is very significant to all organisms, and it serves as the fuel of life. Yes, the fuel of life. On the other hand, nutrients are the chemical elements that all plants and animals require for growth and good quality.
On Earth, there is a constant and natural cycle on how these elements are incorporated when an organism grows and degraded if an organism dies. The nutrients used in the largest amounts are the non-mineral elements. Examples are carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen. These elements are taken up as carbon dioxide from the air and water by the roots. They make up 95 to 98% of the mass of living beings. But they are, however, not sufficient for life to exist. Further elements are important to fuel life on Earth, mainly the nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium, calcium, and magnesium. These elements are particularly important for plant growth and agriculture, and these elements are often referred to as macronutrients. Further nutrients that plants take up in much smaller amount and that are essential consumed by human include the micronutrients such as boron, copper, iron, manganese, and zinc, and other elements. So what exactly the nutrient cycle? The nutrient cycle describes how nutrients move from the physical environment into living organism and subsequently are recycled back to the physical environment. This movement of nutrients is essential for life from the environment into plants and animals and back again. It is a vital function of that ecology of any region. In any particular environment, the nutrient cycle must be balanced and stable if the organisms that live in the environment are to flourish and be maintained in a constant population. Essentially, all nutrients that plants and also human beings require to survive are cycled in this way. In relation to water management and sanitation, it is mainly the nitrogen, phosphorus, potassiums that are high of priority. They are the most important nutrients to sustain plant growth and agriculture, and thus humanity. For us to understand better, there are some of the major biogeochemical cycles are as follows. These are water cycle or hydrologic cycle, carbon cycle, nitrogen cycle, and last is the oxygen cycle. So we have here the water cycle. In this cycle, water from the transpiring plants, oceans, rivers, and lakes evaporates into the atmosphere. These water vapors subsequently cool and condense to form clouds and water. The water returns to the earth as rain and snow. Then we have also the carbon cycle. Most of the carbon dioxide enters the living world through photosynthesis. The organic compounds synthesized are passed from the producers to the consumers. During respiration, plants and animals release carbon back to the surrounding medium as carbon dioxide. The dead bodies of plants and animals as well as the body waste, which accumulate carbon compounds, are decomposed by microorganisms to release carbon dioxide. Take note that carbon is also recycled during burning of fossil fuels. We have nitrogen cycle. Nitrogen of the atmosphere is in the elemental form and cannot be used as such by living organism. It has to be fixed, example, combined with other elements such as hydrogen, carbon, or oxygen to become usable for the green plants. Nitrogen is continuously entering into the air by the actions of denitrifying bacteria and returning to the cycle through the actions of lightning and electrification. And lastly, we have the oxygen cycle. Oxygen required for respiration in plants and animals enters the body directly from the surrounding medium. Oxygen returns to the surroundings in the form of carbon dioxide or water. It also enters the plant body as carbon dioxide and water during photosynthesis and is released in the form of molecular oxygen as byproduct in the same process for the use in respiration. Thus, the cycle is completed. So how humans influence nutrients cycles? Currently, large parts of humankind influence the nutrient cycle in such a way that we remove nutrients from the land and discharge them into aquatic environments. As being described in this picture, nutrients are continuously recycled in a natural ecosystem. In recent decades, population growth and resulting human activities such as large-scale farming has caused some significant changes in nutrient cycles. With harvesting crops, nutrients are removed from the soil. With the introductions of waterborne sewage, this cycle was interrupted and replaced by a linear system that transports nutrients away from the soils and into watercourses. Careful harvest could save valuable nutrients. Furthermore, agriculture also influences the nutrient cycle in another way. Agriculture accelerates land erosion because plowing and tilling disturb and expose the soil, which is more nutrients drained away with runoff. Another thing also of how humans influence nutrient cycle is by applying the artificial fertilizers that lead to several problems to the environment. Artificial fertilizers usually contain only the most important macronutrients, which is the nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium, and lack of other essential trace elements. This eventually leads to a soil deplete in micronutrients. Deforestation also causes a decrease in organic nitrogen in an area. Erosion and leaching are culprits. Nitrate production will slow on site and this can negatively impact the plant growth. Deforestation causes an increasing the carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. It also prevents forests from absorbing any further carbon by destroying the trees. Burning produces nitrogen oxides, which increase levels of the greenhouse gases in the atmosphere. Irrigation also is another activity that causes changes in nutrient cycle. The not proper schedule of irrigation will not improve productivity and can't keep nutrients in place. It reduces growth, a longer production period, increased pest pressure, poor plant quality, and even death of plant. More commonly, over-irrigation leaches nutrients from containers, thus affecting plant nutrients. If irrigation water has high alkalinity, as many groundwater sources do, over-irrigating can further worsen nutrition problems by increasing substrate pH above the proper range for nutrient availability. And last, we have using crop manure for fuel. Applying excessive manure may result in potential environmental pollution, risk from contaminated runoff, and nutrients buildup in the soil. When land applied, manure can also lose nitrogen as ammonia through volatilization. This occurs during application and as the manure sits on the soil surface. Incorporations or injection reduces these losses because the ammonium will be nitrified by soil bacteria. It provides less nutrients to plants in comparison to fertilizer, and it doesn't provide high yields as much as fertilizers. Nutrient cycle links living things and non-living things with one another. Hence, we can conclude that the nutrient cycle is the most important process that occurs in the ecosystem. To avoid this kind of problem, we should do the following. Planting more trees to help reforestation. Stop burning fields and forests. Prevent excessive release of smoke from vehicles. Avoid excessive use of pesticides. Ban illegal logging. And making tougher laws to protect environment.